Hey, hello. Hey, it's Nick's forecast. It's March 8th, and anyway, a lot of big news today, and it affects all real estate stuff. Oil shock equals real estate as oil prices keep cruising up. There's going to be a shock to the wall, DTI, for people trying some inflationary pressures, and gas prices are going to go up, and essentially declared essentially war on Russia. And there's all kinds of behind the scenes you can't see. And with the oil inflationary pressures going on, especially things are going to get worse, and we haven't restarted any of the pipe. Number one, oil, we were gas, plus we were pretty supply the last thousands of years, not 100 years. Anyways, so prices just keep going up and up and up and up and up, and they're going to go up and up and up a lot more. Plus, the inflationary shocks, the X type screwed things up that first day he went to office. And so they're not letting anybody drill in a lot of places. Going to the Saudis and begging for oil, and Venezuela and Iran and all this other craziness is not going to work. And just the inflationary pressures from that, and the oil shock because it goes up. From today, it was about 100. It's doing 5, go to 200. Putin's barrel was right on Drudge Report. So this is if you're an investor, or if you got a lot of cash, you can work it. There's a company in Dallas today, a big an advisory group, investment group, and they're looking to buy lots of apartment buildings all through Texas, and they're looking at Dallas on it. I just got flashed on it through the multifamily housing news. I mean, or an agent, or just a buyer. That's something you might want to look daily. RIS, or actually even hotel industry news too, because you got to watch what goes on in the hotels. It has a lot of effect on a lot of stuff. Anyways, so why I'm bringing this up to you is oil shock equals real estate shock, because everything grinds to a halt with gas prices in a lot of areas going $5, $6, $7. It's going to be bad. All through the West Coast and East Coast is shocked. Midwest, where I'm at, in the Southwest, Oklahoma's got the cheapest gas, and then Texas, Arkansas, and then right up through Missouri, pretty much in the different country here, the Midwest and the Southeast. But whatever it has to do with your taxes, and your county taxes, state taxes, in addition to the federal tax. And you hear the Secretary of Transportation talking about, buy an electronic vehicle or whatever. Well, that's not going to work, because you're going to need the natural gas to provide electricity for that, and also to put a 220 amp in your house and to put it in your garage. That costs money too, because most people don't have them. Most people that buy electric cars, you're going to have to put one in. I mean, even the cheapest electric cars, Tesla's what, 36,000, something like that. But still, you have to put that in, and it doesn't have a lot of mileage to it. Even at 400 or 500 miles, still isn't a lot. And if you run out of electricity on the road, there's not something you can fuel, or you can go to a station. So, anyways, and why I'm bringing this up is because that oil shock equals that real estate shock, and what'll grind everything to a halt. Afford gas, it means they can't get groceries, it means they can't pay their bills, and there's a cascading effect, because you're going to have a tons of stuff going to foreclosure. So I've got billions and billions and sometimes trillions of dollars of cash. They're going to be, you have to look at the cascade of events. You got to take a look at it seriously. The rest is with the Ukraine really out of control. Even though they had talks today, Belarus between the Ukrainians and Russians. Of course, nothing's getting in the 40-mile convoy. It's getting racked out. You got another General Jesmarov, who was a commander of the 41st Army for Russia. He's a third general to get whacked, and then there was another general, 2 stars, a Chechnyan general who worked for Putin. They got whacked too, so that's 3 got whacked so far. Even though everything's in disarray, but they keep bombing runs and bomb runs. So relation that affects the oil and indirectly affects us because they're going to have to shoot the interest rates way up, which they were going to do anyways, and they're trying to artificially keep them low, but it's devalued. That means that thing on everything, and that means people can't afford money's tight on this, and that means that they can't buy. And you're out on the sea for your real estate agent or mortgage broker unless you got a bunch of deep investors. In other words, even then, they're going to start too, not buying anything. So then you have these big, giant places like BlackRock and cash to do it. And, PIMCO side insurance companies too. On the reinsurance side, can go out and buy places too, and they start closures everywhere. This will make 2008 look like a joke. So you got to keep it tight. If you're an investor, you really got to keep watching your problem. If you're a buyer going first time out, if you got for you, but that's if you guys will be no bonds. You know what I'm saying? So, and I mean, all you is you can look at it. It's all on the internet. But I'm just giving you a heads up on it. Price is going over $130 a gallon. Today they went up cents. Today. So what I'm saying to you is this is pretty serious stuff. So you need to start thinking ahead, making sure you guys are tight on want to buy a property. It's going to be difficult. I would tell you to go buy a property way further out. Go 40 miles out from where I live, and you can get yourself a property at least low rate and do it. But the thing is that the shocks on Biden said today, prices will go up for oil, but gas, because it goes up in your pocket. So instead of paying $5, you're paying $6, $6.50 a gallon. Because they could shoot up to $200, no sweat, in a week and a half. Wouldn't buy a barrel. And you got a lot of people making. So that's going to drive that up, especially on the mercantile exchange in New York. And that also too affects the overboard, the COM, Chicago Mercantile Exchange too, where they do grain and cows and pigs and all that. And so that market goes up too, because right now prices on that they haven't had it so high, especially wheat prices. But see, this all indirectly affects real estate markets, and they're not completely insulated because people are going to stop buying, and the refis are going to dry up. That's the real estate agent or mortgage broker you got to be is here now. And so things are going to markets that you're in, they're going to not be so hot here pretty soon. So that's going to really start to free. But if you're an investor, you're a buyer, seller, you may hold on. You may not sell unless in your market it's really high, and you can get your price right around. Consider you want to move, you better do it now. But the thing to tighten up here real soon, and a lot of sellers are going to just do it, hold on to our house. We're not going to move. They're going to take our homes off the market, and things will start plunging. Keep tabs of it for manage how it is, the law of averages. These are things that you need to think about. So anyways, I just want to kind of a short broadcast today, but you just need to be aware of the events that's going on over in the Ukraine as more weapons are getting through Romania and Poland, and being thrown in there, but essentially cutting the Russia, even though Shell and British Anglo Company, even though they already on it, basically are it's a sanction embargo, and it's just who knows where this thing's going to spin out of control moving forward. So anyway, so just stuff for you to be aware of, and you just need to think about. You need to start thinking of a few moves ahead, whether you're buying, selling. You need to start really calculating this stuff out. For a real estate agent or mortgage broker, you really need to see the bend in the road, because no one's going to talk about this really. And it's just not. So anyways, you got to, or go to Facebook at Nick's Forecast. Bye.